I know I'm late. I apologize. And Terry Hardin, Walt Disney's legendary Imagineer here. How are you doing? And I want to talk to you about Disney secrets. That's right, Disney secrets. Well, everyone loves a secret and everyone loves a Disney secret. But it turns out that my friend, dear friend, Stephen Golden sent me an article about how broadcasters, TikTokers, YouTubers, Twitterers, etc., are actually causing a bit of a challenge for Disneyland and Walt Disney World because they are broadcasting Disney secrets. Well, today's Disney secret I'm going to share with you is about Walt's Barn. And I'm sharing it with you because I didn't think it was a secret. Walt's Barn, Griffith Park. I thought everybody knew about it, and I am surprised at how many do not who live in Southern California. So that is one of the secrets I'm going to share with you today. I'm going to share it with you at how do I say it? I'm going to share it with you in an extensive way. We're going to dig into it and talk about how lovely it can be to go and do this type of thing. So the first thing I'm going to do is just take 1 minute and but Walt's barn is incredible. I mean, it's actually Walt Disney's barn in Griffith Park. Walt Disney's barn in Griffith Park. And you can go and see it for free and a small donation to keep them running. Okay. All they ask is for a donation. Do you know this? Post in the comments if you knew this. But more importantly, post in the comments if you didn't know it, because then that's a secret. That's a secret. Yes. Yes. Like the dragon's lair underneath the castle in Paris. And if those of you have seen me say, why aren't I in Paris? Because I designed the dragon. Why aren't they asking me about it? Oh, well, go figure. But many of you wrote to me and said, I didn't realize there was a dragon under the castle. So guess what? Guess what? Wow. There you go. So I'm going to just take a minute and let me just do this differently. I usually do this, but on Monday, I'm a bit challenged, guys. There we go. Let me just do this so I can share with you what I'm talking about, because I went to the barn and had a Easter celebration. Yes, indeed. And if you looked at the thumbnail, you saw that, there we go. There we go. Okay, I'm getting set. But anyway, there we go. There they are. There they are. So I can share with you. Visual, nothing like visual age, right? Right. So, okay, that's done. But Walt's Barn is a place that's a stone's throw away from many of you, especially if many of you live in Orange County, and something you should put on your list if you're coming to visit us in California. Now, Walt's Barn opens the third Sunday of every month. It's been a little touch and go with the pandemic, but now they are in full swing and are happy to welcome guests from all over. It is fantastic. But one of the things that's extra special about Walt's Barn is Easter. I've done it a couple of times. I had an appearance on Easter, and then I've gone and visited on Easter. Many Walt's Barn. There's that. So let's share all the secrets with you right now. Secret number one, whether you knew it or not, Walt's Barn, his actual barn. You go in, you see actual Walt Disney items, which I'm not going to show you too many today because you got to have discoveries of your own, right? Just let you know that it's run by the Carolwood Society, those who love Disney and all trains that are Disney and all trains. Secret number two. Secret number two. A lot of Disney enthusiasts there, and it's a great place to see it's a great place on the third Sunday to bump into Imagineers that you know and love. Truth, absolute truth. It seems like on the third Sunday, many Disney Imagineers make an appearance. Now, it was Easter yesterday. I was very surprised to see we didn't see Bob Gurr there. A lot of times Bob Gurr is there because he loves trains. And I know that's no secret to all of you, but he loves trains. Floyd Norman has put in an appearance. So many wonderful. Tony Baxter has shown up there. Tony Baxter's in Paris, as you know, so he wouldn't be there yesterday, but a lot of Imagineers and people that you have tried to see in the big event called D23 are just mingling in this nice little intimate space in Griffith Park. So that's secret number 2. And secret number 3 is, what am I eating? I am eating a Walt Disney tea cake. Walt Disney loved these little tea cakes from Martino's Bakery, which just happens to be a stone's throw from Griffith Park. They are located in Burbank, and you can get the actual Walt Disney tea cake and a few other tea cake varieties if you like, and pretend you're Walt Disney. Dress up like Walt Disney if you wish, and have a tea cake. He used to stop all the time on his way into Walt Disney Company until he probably shared them a bit too much and had an assistant go get him. But he always had them every morning, a tea cake. And today, Martino still makes that tea cake. Now, the reason I wanted to talk to you about this is because somewhere in Disneyland, which is a secret to me, I'm going to tell you right now, is the White Rabbit statue. And apparently in the back of his head was a little trap door that you could leave a note, or you could leave a prize, or you could leave something. And these TikToker, you guys out there who are YouTubing, TikToking, etc., some of you use this, but you started to use it a bit too much. You overdid it. And what happened is, because you overdid it, too many people were going behind the rabbit and messing with the back of the head of the rabbit. And Disney Company closed it. So there's no longer that secret trap door behind the White Rabbit statue, because they said, no, we can't have you doing that. And I read about a cast member who decided to up his points on his channels by taking you where he shouldn't be taking you, showing you secret things he shouldn't be showing you. It's in the rules and regulations. And as a result, he posted a video, I believe it was on YouTube, because he was banned from Disneyland for life. And I just want to tell you that you don't want the obsession with getting people to subscribe to your channel, guys, or be a part of your TikTok, to do these things that are just not right. Okay? One of the things that we have learned, if we've learned anything, is you got to be your best self. And your best self is not going against these Disney rules and spoiling it for everybody else. Okay? Apparently he did a couple of things that were just really, really frightening, and just didn't stop. And now he's going into Universal and doing it, and they're watching him. So I don't know if his goal is to get lots of followers to watch him get kicked out of the park, but maybe this is a mission for him. He seemed very sad that I think he just didn't believe Disney was going to say, no, we don't want you back, period. And that's too bad. He's going to have a lot of followers and he's going to be able to state his case, but he's not going to be able to go back to Disneyland. And that's a real shame. That's a real shame. That's not what we want. I mean, maybe it is. Post in the comments if this is what you want, but I know you don't want this. Okay, so it's crazy. So let's talk about the barn a little bit. I'm going to talk about the secret that I'm sharing today, fully authorized, okay? Because it breaks my heart that so many of you seem to not know about Walt's barn. So when I was there, I thought, what better way to show you how absolutely fabulous it is by showing you, and I'm going to do one more thing here. I'm going to, nope, wait a second. I'll do it the other way. because I get completely, sometimes it's Monday, and Mondays get me really worked up. You saw a couple of things on that thumbnail, didn't you? You saw Margaret Kerry. Well, actually, you saw Tinkerbell, or you saw Margaret Kerry. Which did you see? And was it a secret to you that Margaret Kerry is Tinkerbell? Ooh, the secrets are popping up, aren't they? Are you getting excited? Okay, cool. Let's just pop out and show you some of the cool things that we got to see. Wait, don't need 5 of her. It's just hilarious how many that I have of her. Yeah, I gotta show you them all. Yeah, I gotta show you. There we go. This is amazing. Guys, I just can't tell you enough how absolutely wonderful this was just incredible. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to take us over, and we're going to start the tour. Okay, we're going to start the tour of that secret waltz barn. All right, we're going to talk about it. Okay, so here we go. We're just going to take you on a journey, and it's me, so it could be a little convoluted. Here I am pointing at, yes, Walt's actual barn. Again, this is in Griffith Park, Southern California. So if you've been to Griffith Park and you've driven past it a million times, it's actually right next to Travel Town, but you can't miss it. And the best way to do it is to get off if you're driving, which I don't know how else we would get there. But if you're driving, it's really easy to grab the 134 freeway. If you're coming from places like Tarzana, Topanga, Ventura area, you would simply do the 101 to the 134 and get off at Victory Boulevard. Make a right, then a right, and look to the left, okay? You don't have to memorize that. Just Google Walt's Barn, Griffith Park, and you can put it in your GPS, okay? But this is amazing. Here I am standing here as we prepare for the coming of the event. So they have the barn here. Inside, there's lovely things that you can learn about Walt and his lovely wife. Great stuff. They're open the third Sunday of every month from 11 to 3. The third Sunday every month, 11 to 3. And connect with them on Facebook or Instagram or their website, which is ORG. They are the Carolwood Society. You might want to join the Carolwood Society. It's an amazing society. And be a part of this. You guys love this. You can volunteer down there. You can do a lot, okay? So also, here is the Combine car. Now, I helped Carolwood Society by being a part of getting this refurbished. Many of us got together and we did events and got this Combine car, and you can walk through it. You can actually walk through it and experience it. It is a Combine car that used to be, as I understand it, at Disneyland, and Walt had it made so that it would be reminiscent of when he was 14 and he was doing kind of a cigarette thing, right? Yeah, he was doing a cigarette thing, so it's cool. Now, this is a volunteer. She's quite adorable. She's getting ready for the Easter egg hunt. And what's super cute about this is that there are restrictions. So Walt's Barn is a part of Griffith Park, and Griffith Park has its restrictions. So they told her all she could do was to put it in the grassy area that you see of green grass. And she had 500 eggs to hide. Here she is, just trying her best. And here we are. And some wear masks, some do not. It's really your choice because we're outdoors. And here's a golden egg, and inside the golden egg says, go to the store to pick your favorite thing, okay? And no candy. I thought maybe there'd be malt ball eggs and things like that, but because of the pandemic, the Carolwood Society puts little tickets, stickers, little toys, things in there, and the kids have a blast. Yeah. They have a blast. So you get this ticket and then you're told to go to the store. Here is the store where you can buy all kinds of cool stuff, books and things, lots of really nice books and things, cups, mugs, t-shirts, if you're a fan of the barn. How many of you knew this? How many of you actually knew this place existed? Because I assumed, which I should never do, that you knew about this location. And it really becomes really exciting on Easter. So I thought, what better time to share with you and let you know? So the third Sunday in May, you can go here. It doesn't cost to get in, 11 to 3, but do add your dollars. Take a few bills so you can pop it in to donate to them so they can keep moving, okay? It's just a great, great, great thing. And I'm just going to buzz past. You saw the barn I showed you. Here I am showing you that. Here's the Easter eggs. Here's the Easter egg I showed you where you go to the store. Here is Doug Marsh, and he runs the place with all the volunteers dedicated. And there he is. He just gets with everybody. And I wanted to share with you these amazing people and this amazing place, which seems to be a secret. I'm shocked that it's such a secret, but there it is. Here are some of the things at the store you can get. Take a look at this catch. Up on the one side, you see in the green, that's Margaret Kerry's book, Tinkerbell, the model for Tinkerbell, and we'll meet her in a minute. And then other books that are just great. Quotes by Walt in the center there, done by Michael Brogy, the founder of Carolwood, and his lovely wife. And then there's books you may not have, guys. There's stuff you may not have. So it's a great place to go, experience, and look. I think I saw 1 or 2 copies of my book, Tales from Terry. It's the only place that has my book. Otherwise, you got to buy it. You got to buy it digitally because I'm redoing it. So if you want the first one, so when the redo goes out, you can hold it up and say, "I've got the original." That's where you would go. But you see, it's got some great merchandise here. So here she is, Margaret Kerry. And there's a better picture. Margaret is really something. If you haven't met Margaret Kerry, who's been my friend for as long as I can remember, we are kindred spirits because we are amazing speakers. We love to tell stories. We're good at it. We have a history of performing arts. She was in Andy Griffith. As a little girl, she was in Little Rascals. She's in so many things. I have trouble remembering. She had her own radio show, but she was the model for Tinkerbell. So Peter Pan, when you see her peeking through the keyhole or falling over the block, that was Margaret posing at her young age doing this, and her book tells all about it. And this is her husband, Bob, in the background. The last time I saw Margaret was just before the pandemic, and we went to her wedding reception to Bob. She was 90 at the time, and Bob was 94. They reconnected at the Andy Griffith event and found out that he had told her he loved her for a very long time, and there they are. So never give up on that Cinderella story, that love of your life. There they are. They're wonderful people. They're joyful people. And you can see, man, I've got all these. I thought I didn't do this, but I did. I put them all in there. Look at this line, guys. And yes, I asked permission of everybody if I could take their picture. This is what the line looks like to meet Margaret. Yeah, because she is a wonderful, wonderful, joyful lady, smiling lady. You can look at the Walt's Barn website. You're going to see some great pictures there. These are just my pictures. And it's incredible. Just incredible things happened yesterday. And Carolwood has this beautiful heart of gold. They're full of wonderful people. John, who sweeps up, is an amazing guy. He just never gives up. He always has got a Disney quote, Disney history. The thing that John says is, "You know what I'm talking about." So he'll say something and then he'll go, "You know what I'm talking about," which is absolutely adorable. But here's the line of people who came from all over on their Easter to meet the amazing Margaret Kerry. And then celebrities were there. This is an animator. Doesn't he look good in purple with his beautiful wife, Christine? And you guys know him. but I'm not going to say his name because he chatted with me and didn't introduce his wife. So I'm going to feature Christine on this one. And they've known each other for a very long time. They married during the pandemic, so they had to be really, 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 really careful. But you can see they are so happy to be together. And they came out to see Margaret. This lovely lady is the one who shared with me my God moment. Those of you who know me know that let's see. Let's hold on a second. Let's hold on. I just want to make sure. This is Carolyn, and Carolyn and her husband Scott visited with me, and she shared with me a God moment of how her dear husband Scott was in the hospital at some point in his life. Apparently, he is a miracle just walking around, and she had to make the decision to take him off of life support, and he woke up. And he's walking around today. So a true witness to a miracle. And it was great that she shared it with me on Easter. We both were just like electric all over your body when you get stuff like that. So all kinds of wonderful things happening. This is my friend, Stephen. Stephen is Mr. Photography. If you've ever met Stephen, or if you haven't, you should. And he is in position, like he always is, in front of all those lovely Easter eggs, because the barn sponsored an Easter egg hunt yesterday. And here they are, all waiting, all the kids getting ready to go get Easter eggs. And like I told you, Griffith Park had rules. They had to hide the 500 eggs on the lawn. So the kids didn't have to look very hard. They just had to be fast at picking them up. And one golden egg per child, because apparently that was the big prize, is to get the golden Easter egg inside. But like I said, there were stickers, toys, and tickets that took you to the store to get your prize, whatever that was. I didn't get to see what it was. But what they did that was great was they had Margaret Kerry, Tinkerbell, kick it off. And as you can see, there is Stephen, Mr. Photography, poised and ready to go. So I shot from the front and am in the picture, and he shot from the back and got her introducing and talking with all the kids. And she was delighted to sit there and share with the children. And then they didn't use a big thing like that, but the kids ran out. Here they are. Aren't they cute? As they jump to get the eggs. They are so excited. This happens every Easter. It is so much fun to watch the kids. Here they go. You can see that I took my cue from Steve, and he talked about it. Here they are again. Some of the parents out there helping their kids. Volunteers stand around, and you can see in the background there's a railroad crossing sign right here. That's because the Live Steamers is a group of people that run their trains. And you can ride them, but not right now because of the pandemic. They're still trying to figure out how they're going to do that and keep everybody safe. So not right now, but here you go. Isn't this great? The weather was beautiful for it, and all the family. Like I said, celebrities pop in. This is Rick Law, the Rick Law. And Rick, I want to thank you for coming out, and I also want to thank you for your generosity. Rick has a lovely big heart and always has a kind word to say. And he actually asked me why I wasn't in Paris with the rest of the group, because I did the Dragon What's Going On. And he was really sweet about it. But he did point out to me that Tom Morris, I guess they asked him like 2 days before he was supposed to be on stage. He did appear on stage at Disneyland Paris, but apparently they had maybe not thought about him either, which was very kind of Rick, because Tom Morris had a lot to do with the park as well. And I thought they would have called him call Tony Baxter, call Tom Morris, but they didn't. And Rick was one that shared that with me. And I really appreciated it because it made me feel really good. And he congratulated me also on me getting honored as a Disney legend at the Disney Anna Fan Club dinner, May 14th. So if you want to go and do that, go to Disneyland, go to Disney Anna Fan Club on the Facebook page, Google that, or go to their website, DisneyAnnaFanClub.org. Just Google it, you'll find it, and you can get tickets to the dinner. And then the next day is this fabulous show and sale where collectors, including myself, will share with, or artists like myself, will share with you the stuff we have, and you can get some really choice merchandise, stuff that's heirloom quality in some cases, okay? Or that thing that you've been looking for ages, okay? And I mentioned to you Scott and his lovely wife, Carolyn, known as Tinky and Sparky, because at one point Scott was electrocuted and thought that he was going to die. And of course, he pulled through. So always happening. But they both said that they had been looking for certain items, and they were helping me to understand why a print on canvas is something that anyone would want. I don't understand. I would think you'd want it to be painted, but this printing on canvas does seem to be more affordable than someone who's painting. But I'm confused about it, and I asked them because they collect both the prints and they collect canvas, and I am painting more and more, and I just needed to be enlightened. But I thought you could look at Rick's beautiful face. He's such a sweet fella, and I wanted to thank him for all the kindness that he showed me at Walt's Barn. He was just lovely. There he is again without sunglasses because he wants you to see his beautiful eyes. And no, but you can meet someone like him. You know, he's very much a part of Disney. Yeah, so he's a big deal. Yeah, he says he doesn't know how much of a big deal, but you know, they're nice and humble. This is the picture I wanted to show you. One of the things that made my day is the woman in blue. She's a very dear friend of mine named Ginger, and she was a security guard who retired from Disneyland. But look who her arms are around, and look at his joyful face. This is Ernie / Gunny. Okay. And it was so cute. I was on my way out of the barn. I couldn't stay all day because my husband was sweet enough to say, we still have family to share Easter with, but go in the morning and we'll go see the family in the afternoon. And I'm so grateful to my husband for doing that. But I wanted you to see Ernie. Ernie suddenly was let go from Disneyland just before his 30 years of dedication, doing the flag ceremony near City Hall. He did it every evening. And I understand he was the Mr. Flag ceremony. I saw it in the evening. So you guys who know this was a secret to me. Okay. I would watch this amazingly handsome gentleman do this every I wasn't there every evening, but when I could see the flag be taken down, he did it. And I would love to have spoken with him, as many of you have. We're speaking with him, but there he was at the barn. And he's touched here. He's excited because he's meeting his dear friend Ginger, who he hadn't seen in a few years. And he just burst into tears. If you look at this picture here, there's a picture of them hugging. I don't have that one. Okay, I got to show you the one of them hugging. We'll go back to me, and I'm going to find you the one of them hugging, because he was so happy to see her, and he hugged her. But did I not put that in there? It's embarrassing when I don't show you the proper pictures. But let me show you this one because it's super important. It's just really sweet, if I can find it. Maybe I just, out of kindness to her, didn't do that one. But in any case, Gunny was invited, and I'm going to cut back to him. Gunny was invited to do the flag ceremony at the barn. And he's just the sweetest fella you want to meet. He's the kindest person. And there's a couple who have a Facebook page that's something like, and forgive me for not having it right, it's Monday for me, and sometimes I just am not as together as I'd like to be. So I apologize, but it's about preserving the flag ceremony at Disney. So if you write those things in, you can get to their website, and you could love it. As a matter of fact, no. I will. I wish I had the actual thing. I just joined it because it is beautiful. And they just lost their beautiful son, Sean, and who put this up because he's really, they're lifelong friends of this man. This man is has got, I mean, cast members are signing petitions looking to get him back into Disneyland. They feel he was wrongfully let go, and just before 30 years of being there. And so there's some stuff happening. There's some earthquakes, little earthquakes all around this amazing man. And let me just say, the reason this amazing man, the reason the earthquakes are happening. And again, let's show you the picture of the two of them hugging, because that's like one of my favorite, right? Let me just share with you the fact that he is someone who has served his country. He's not just wearing that Marine outfit for show. He served his country. He is a man of color. He is a man of integrity. He is a veteran. He honored veterans. He's honored everybody. He's been the epitome of Disney representation. You remember that I've said that cast members are really the ones that make people love Disney. Yes, we as Imagineers build, but he's the one among all the others of you out there that are cast members that make the magic happen. And he really made the magic happen. He wanted people to understand why you honor veterans, why children should understand the proper folding of the American flag. He did it with candor, he did it with grace, and he did it without judgment or anger. And so now the fact that he's gone is devastating a lot of us, including me, who he was a big secret of all the dedication that he had done. And I got to have this wonderful opportunity where I actually got to meet and chat with him. So I'm looking at my thing going, what's going on? But where I got to meet and chat with him, and here we are chatting. So for the first time, got to shake his hand, I told him I was sorry to hear what had happened to him at the parks, and he said, Terry, I appreciate what you're saying. I thank you for that. And a few other things that I will withhold because it's not my story to tell. Here they are inside the Combine car, and you see it's Ginger, you see it's Gunny, and then these two lovely people behind, okay, that they're amazing. They're amazing. Bob, and I think it's Sandra, and if it's not Sandra, forgive me, but it's Monday. But they have this wonderful site that you got to check out and maybe be a part of so you can learn more. And it's just that he got a chance to sit there. He also got to stand on the back. That's where we ended up when we first wrote it in San Luis Obispo after raising enough money for it to be where it is today. And you can see off to the right, there's more history you can go to. Did you not know about this barn? Now, this was a lovely moment that I didn't get to see, but somebody took this picture. I believe it was Bob and his wife. And here he's meeting Bob, Margaret's husband. Bob was in Normandy. He fought in Normandy. He's with I think he said the 86th. And so two veterans coming together and meeting each other. And there's a video of him giving him a star. Gunny used to do this all the time. When he met another veteran, he would hand them this special star. And so it's just, he's just an amazing fellow. And he just keeps, it's a lot of kindness and giving. And I was hoping I had one of him with the flag, but I guess I don't. But he actually did the flag ceremony. Bob got to help. He properly folded the flag and handed the flag to the people at the Carolwood Society at the barn. And it was a beautiful, beautiful ceremony. But if you go to preserve the flag ceremony, and I'm sorry I don't have it under here. It's tax day. I'll blame it on tax day. But I will make sure that I rectify that and do a wrap up during the Ask Me Anything. I'll make sure that you get that website because I promised them that I was going to do it. They are wonderful, wonderful people. And it was great to see him. It was great to see him and hear from many, many cast members why he should still be there and what the heck did Disney do. Okay. But think about it, guys. In today's world, a man of color, one of the best representatives Disneyland has to offer, and a veteran. There's a trifecta there. I don't know. Doesn't sound smart to me. But that's what made Easter so special. That's what made it great. That's what made it great. How was your Easter? And I'd love to hear in the comments what you have to say. I'm going to pop over there and hear what you have to say. If this is interesting to you, subscribe. It's not as focused, I will say, as many of the channels are. And that's because it's Terri Hardin, Walt Disney's legendary Imagineer, Jim Henson puppeteer, international artist and speaker and artist, however you want to say that, fully trademarked artist, which is not an easy thing to do. So it's great. And I'm about to be awarded the Legends Award from the Disneyana International Fan Club. So there's a lot going on with me and a lot going on up here. So you never know what you're going to see. If you're someone who wants to learn about certain things and, how to do stuff, it can cross. You can ask me on the Ask Me Anythings Friday. Those are very consistent, where you can ask me anything about my background, my history, my life. I'm half Black. How does that affect a woman of color and one that is as mixed as I am? There are two camps always in my life. And so a lot of people ask me questions about that, but that's the way this channel is. Please subscribe if it's something that you want to learn about and know more about. And if you've seen my posting on YouTube, it's Disneyland Paris's 30th anniversary. Why am I not there? And you want to comment on that? I'd appreciate what you think about that too, or comment on that. I'm going to look at it. Now that the taxes are done, I can actually breathe and take a look at what's been happening in the rest of my life, because it's been, for an artist, numbers. That's me, the artist. I'm not putting that on you. Okay. All right. Well, let's see what you all have to say. I can see that a lot of people are chatting today, and I want to thank you for that. Francesca, hi, honey. How are you? Are you going to the Red Dot auction this year? I'm going to be there. I'm painting. I'm actually getting ready to send my painting. I love Chuck Jones Society. Creative. Center for Creativity. See? I can mess something up. Believe me. So just give me time. Good morning, Joe. Great to see you. Love going to the barn, says Morgan Manji. So see, it's not a secret to everybody, but I'm surprised at how many people it was a secret to. So I had to share that with you today. Morning, folks. Good morning, Morgan. I love Walt's Barn and would go over, and Myrna is saying, yes, Myrna is saying she'd go every month when living in California. Okay. She's obviously not in California now because it says lived in California. But I understand what she says. It's a stone's throw away from me. My problem is remember I told you just a few minutes ago, numbers and me. Yeah, so sometimes I have to have a calendar and mark when the third Sunday actually is. So I'm not dissing myself. I'm just telling you, time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, it was last Sunday. Rats, I would have gone. Exactly. Good morning, Ava Williams Frank. Oops. There we go. I'm going through your comments because it's just so exciting. I've heard about the barn, but never been. There you go. See? So a secret that's more, oh man, you're going to love this place. And the thing about this place is there's no admission fee. How often does that happen? All they ask you is, and you can make a day of it. You can go to the barn and swing by Martino's Bakery. Or you can go to Martino's and then swing by the barn. Because they're Saturday hours. You got to check their hours. They're a bakery. And I'll tell you, their stuff sells out fast, but not the tea cakes. I've never seen them sell tea cakes because they know which side their bread is buttered on, yeah? They do not advertise them as Walt Disney's tea cakes, but you guys know the secret. And you'll come in and say, I want the Walt Disney tea cake, which is their base tea cake. They have blueberry tea cakes. They have cranberry tea cakes. They have coffee cake tea cakes. But he had this classic tea cake, the original tea cake. So grab your favorite cup of coffee and have the tea cake with it. In my case, I have my favorite cup of tea and the tea cake. Tea and tea cake. Yeah, it works. But it's something I think you should all do. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. It is amazing. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Here, you bored of seeing that angle? How about this one? Isn't this beautiful? Look at the beautiful day out over my shoulder and my beautiful bougainvillea plant. Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. Yep. Angie says, hello, Terry and friends. I need this today. I'm feeling burnt out, sad on Monday, but glad you all are here to make me smile. And I am. Did you have a decent Easter, Angie? Again, this is something that would be great for you too, is to go to the barn. You get to really dig deep in some Disney history you may or may not have known about. And it's impressive. It's very, very impressive. And it really is a hotspot for Disney Imagineers and Disney celebrities to hang out. Yeah, I've seen a lot of great people there. They like to come and see the people and talk to them face to face. If Tony is in town, he always comes and does that. So it's super exciting. It's really a great place. And I wanted to share it with you because after reading this Secrets article about this rabbit with the slot in the back of his head that you could leave notes. I didn't know about that. That was a secret to me. Yeah. But now it doesn't matter because it's locked up. You can't do it anymore. So it's one of those secrets that's kind of, you can go see the rabbit and go, there used to be a place there. And that's because people who are looking for views abused it. And abused things in other ways. So please don't be that abuser. Please be the person that's respecting the park and remembering it's for everybody. So it's hard enough right now with Disney charging so much that a family of 4 needs to probably sell a car before they can go. So please, for some people, it's the only time they're going to go. Please respect them and let them have fun in the parks. And that goes for both Walt Disney World and Disneyland. Okay. Some of the things that I read were just heartbreaking about, secrets being shared that shouldn't be shared and rules being broken that shouldn't be broken and people getting into other people's, just please don't do it. So thank you, Angie. I'm glad you're here because this is where you should be. You have friends here and you need to be in the tribe is where you need to be. Yes. Tribe, you say? What's the tribe? You that know me are going, here she goes again. Okay. Patreon.com/Terri Hardin is Terry's Tribe. That is where for $5 a month, $60 a year at the base tier level, you can get a lot of bang for your buck, including a Wednesday Zoom call that I do every Wednesday. And now I'm looking to add a Monday night. For those of you who work like Miss Angie here, I want to be sure that people who are part of the tribe get all of the support of the tribe. It's a great group of people with like minds, helping people make a living at what they love, no matter what that is, and helping people find things. We've got some incredible people in the tribe. And so I ask you to go here, check it out. Claws aren't going to come out and make you sign, but you're going to be glad you did, seriously, because it is a wonderful, wonderful world of color. And it's great. It's great. And not because of just me. It's because of the people that are in that community are just so generous and wonderful. And we go in and everybody feels good because we have good things to say to each other. Always. It's what the rest of the world should be. Okay. Is this tribe. So I hope you will consider it and join and check it out and add your voice to our stuff because we love it. We all love it. So there you go. Okay. So let's just hide that and we'll go back to your comments. Yeah. We'll go back to you. Back to you, everybody. Yeah. Okay. No. I'm just going here to get to the right. There we go. Michelle says, being at Walt's barn feels like you're spending an afternoon in Walt's backyard. She's right. She's right. I half expect Walt to come walking through the trees. That's how much I can feel him there. Yeah, it's strong. It's amazing. It's just an amazing thing. It's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Hello again. Work is so I was able to hop on for a little bit. Yay, Evan. Well, Evan's part of our tribe, and I I don't know. Evan, have you been to Walt's Barn? It's a place to go. Third Sunday of every month. They're not open every Sunday. Third Sunday of every month. Time for tea. Drink some tea and wake up a bit more and clear the cobwebs. Yeah, it's Monday. Mondays are a day that I am all over the place. I start with a list, just so you all know, because you want to be as organized as possible. This is my month of April. Okay. I keep it in paper so I can see just how crazy busy I am. And then I make a list in the morning of things I've got to do. The key is, everyone, for your pleasure, the key is there's the list right here for things I should do today. If I can get 3 done, okay, 3 items done, I'm ahead of the game. But I shoot for doing all of them. Yes. I always shoot for that. Shoot for the moon and hit the stars, yeah? But shoot for the stars, hit the moon, I guess is what it is. I got it backwards. Happy Monday. But that's what I do. And I do it on paper because the phone is not always with me. Well, the phone is always with me, but it just seems to be more distant. I like it on paper. When I write it down on paper, it sticks in here. So there's a lot. Yeah, I'm a busy lady and I love coming here and talking to you. But understand, this is the deal. She says Ava Williams says she loves Walt Barn and she highly recommends a visit there if you're in the area. And when you're in the area. Yeah. Walt's Barn is the only Robert Anderson makes a good point. It's the only free Disney attraction. And when someone gives you so much, you get really excited and touched at the fact that you want to donate to them. Yeah, because they're special. And then Myrna says these are the best tea cakes. Yeah, I think it's because it's got a little Walt Disney love in there. We know Walt loved it. And you go there and you taste them and you go, wow. Now I'll describe it to you. It's a very soft flavor, and it really is. It is enhanced by tea or coffee. So I can see why Walt Disney loved them, because they really are not too sweet, and not too bland. They're just a delicious cake. And I shared them with my family, and my family just couldn't believe how delicious they were. A gentle dessert, which is what I like. Yeah. A tea cake that looks like Walt. No, they don't do that. No, they don't get that. They're good. But no, they just make sure that the tea cake is in the same recipe as when Walt was alive and ordering them. And I think they actually were not square originally. They were kind of slivered, more rectangular, but they decided the square one was a great way to give people just a little more. And I don't know if they did that while Walt was alive or not, but they are amazing. Yeah. Oh man, says Michelle Donnell, Martino's for tea cakes. So fun. Now I want one. I know, right? I was in charge of dessert for my family at Easter, and my husband thought a whole tea cake, but all of us in the family are on some sort of way of getting, we're all about our health. So because the whole family is about their health, some of us vegan, but my vegan son was up seeing his mother, which I thought was a great way to spend Easter for him. He hadn't seen her in a bit. And my point is this. I should have asked him to bring down some sourdough bread. Yeah, see? Balance of forethought. Oh, well. Anyway, the tea cakes are wonderful, and I got a tea cake. And then on top of the tea cake, I put this cute little gingerbread house. Isn't it cute? Look how big. It's not. And when you crack it apart, which my family had no problem breaking it up, the ginger is absolutely amazing. And you can get these from McKinsey's Limited. I could make them, but not now, not in April. But they make them very well, and they're a nice fallback for me, and they're absolutely delicious, and they're cute and tiny. Aren't they sweet? They're delicious, decorated all the way around. Isn't that beautiful? And great with coffee or tea. So it was the little house with the little tea cake, and that way if they wanted to take this home with them and save it for later, they still got a taste of a light, delicious dessert, even if they were on the keto diet or a different diet, Herbalife, whatever they were doing to stay healthy, it didn't break the scale too much. And they love that. It was wonderful. Yep, Martino's is amazing, Michelle Donnell. It is. It was good to see our Disney friends there reconnecting after 3 years of pandemic. And Bob is absolutely right. Getting to see each other as artists and as enthusiasts for Disney in person, it was quite a lovely party. We were outdoors. The weather was great. You could mask up if you wanted to, as you saw the mask hanging from my ear. So I would put it on often if the crowds got too busy. But if I was out and able to social distance by a 6 feet or so, that's what we did. So very safe, very great, very wonderful. I really, really love the barn. And if it was a secret to you or not a secret to you, just something that maybe wasn't top of mind, as I like to say, then it's a place that you should go the third Sunday of every month. Walt Disney cosplay. 50 Walt Disneys show up at Disneyland. That'd be a sight. Wouldn't that be a sight? That would be awesome. Yes, indeed. The secret book compartment in Starbucks is also closed now because too many people using it for secret messages. Too many people. It wasn't so much that too many people, Darren, were using it for secret messages, but too many people were handling that. And it's a pandemic. It used to be an occasional person could put a note in there. And now it was like suggestion box size. Because like you said, many people were using it to expose that book and that rabbit so that they could get views on their channel like this one. And I think that a line needs to be drawn, guys. I don't know if any YouTubers are even listening to me and if they would, or TikTokers or even care. But the point is that, everybody loses if it's abused. And that's what's happening. It used to be word of mouth was, did you know? Look, it's really cool. It was cool. That kind of thing. Look what this, Terry, look what happens. It's kind of cool to know about that stuff. If someone tells you about it and shows you it and off you sneak, and keep it. But now with social media, it's thousands and thousands of people at Disney putting their little paws on there, and it can be very unsanitary because they got to clean it all the time, and B just not what they want to have happen. So yeah, let's speak secrets and not share them on a channel. Yeah, except for this one, which needs to be shared because this is for you. This is following the rules. That's why I'm sharing this secret and the tea cake secret and the Margaret Kerry secret and the Gunny secret, because you need to know about these wonderful people and where you can meet them in a place that maybe not be D23, right? Yeah. Yeah. Susan says, I saw many old and dear magical friends. Thanks for sharing, Carol Wood, and little steamers and Disney magic friends. Yes, Susan, indeed. Indeed. And many people like Susan, they go a lot. Some volunteer too, don't they, Susan? I love Margaret, and she now lives in North Carolina, by way of Florida. Yes. And Myrna, they moved to North Carolina to have more social. Yeah, I talked with Bob, her husband, and he said it's easier for them because they were locked down in Florida and they didn't get to connect with as many as they thought. And it's true. Margaret misses here. She misses coming and seeing us here. So it's been a great thing for her. It was great for her to see all of her friends too. Yeah. Yeah, she's a mover and a shaker. I mean, that picture you saw, she insisted on kneeling in a chair and twisting around. She could have stood, but no, she wanted to kneel in the chair and twist around. Yeah, she's a kick, and she's a very, very good friend. We were bunk mates at an event that we were together at. We had bunk beds. Yeah, so we felt like we were kids again. And yeah, we're very close. So it was very wonderful to see us because we hadn't seen each other in a couple of years due to the pandemic and all things that implies, right? So Evan says he's been busy the last few months on the third Sunday and was hoping he would go in May. But my Disney Ad Award is that weekend. You'll try again in June. Or the show and sale is Sunday, right, Evan? So you can pop into the show and sale early or come back late. Coming back late is not so good if you actually want to buy stuff, because you got to get early to get the yummy stuff. I mean, not really. There's yummy stuff throughout the day, but Disneyana show, I think, goes 9 to 5. So you could pop over to the barn for a little bit and then migrate on Sunday over to see the show and sale. So don't think you can't do it. Many people do. They go to the barn and then they pop over and see the show and sale. So you can do it if you want to. And then in June on the 25th, I'm going to be at the barn again. That's a Saturday for a picnic. So maybe you can join me and some of the Friends of the Mouse. Yes, Friends of the Mouse are having a picnic and I am their special guest. So how fun is that? Yes. Deanna says, I bought my copy of your book there and Margaret's book. Indeed, they are the only one who have that book. And that's because they sold out. They sold out very quickly. Yay. Told me I could no longer say I'm not a writer because obviously I can write and people like it. And for a few years, I have been reworking that book for, see, that little book that you guys have, Tales from Terry, A Disney Artist's Journey, or however, whatever it is, Disney Sculptor's Journey. See, I can't even remember the title now, but I'm not really trying very hard, to be honest with you. But the point is that it was a pinging book. Have you ever done these, guys, where you kind of write something and see if anyone will buy it, anyone even care that they're interested in what you have to say? And are you saying it properly? And what I did was ask people like you, how does it sound? How does it feel? And I did it in such a way that many people read it in line while waiting to buy it. Bigger type, easy to read, fun pictures, simple, so you could enjoy it, kind of something you could enjoy on the plane, right? And many of you, there's lots of comments that you did. So that's why I'm redoing it. And I'm going to put it in a box set because you'll see it says part 1 or volume 1. There's going to be 3 volumes. And then I will ask you guys to comment, those of you who have this book, and I'll put those in a addendum in the box set. So that way you can have all the hardcover in a cute little box set. And that will be happening, but not this year. It's going to happen probably after my husband retires because I've got a lot going on. I want to write my Star Wars book. I hear there's a new Star Wars book coming out that sounds kind of interesting. And May 25th, of course, is Star Wars Day. So if you're going to be at the Star Wars event, I get it. Don't feel bad. You can't see me in every place. You can see me here. Okay. Don't, you want to go to that Star Wars event, you get a going and have that Star Wars celebration. And if you see something I would like, pick it up. I'd love to have it. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Thank you, Deanna, for saying that, because you did. You did. Richard, I met Margaret at the barn right before the pandemic, and she was amazing. Yeah, she is amazing. And a lot of fun and sparkles. She'll probably, I'm hoping she'll be at D23 too as well, but it's hard to say what's going on with that. As many vendors have told me they were not invited back. So I don't know if I got to reach out. Ooh, thank you for talking to me because I have to put yet another thing on my list. And I will do that now. I'm sure she's seeing this woman that I need to reach out to will be seeing Margaret as well. But I just wanted to give a quick shout out to her because I hadn't in a while. So thank you for helping me remember that, Richard. I know you didn't know you were doing that, but you did. Yeah, she's just an amazing lady. She's sparkly. She has a policy. Whenever she meets people, she sits out in front of her booth because she likes to pose with children. She likes to get down and speak on their level. She is just... If you haven't met her, you need to meet her because she's a wonderful, wonderful lady and a pleasure to call friend, her and Bob. So she's wonderful. Let's see. Lori May B. Smith. Hi, Lori. Disneyland event is second weekend in May. Yes. Oh, well, there you go. Are you getting Evan, Lori? Poke, poke. She's saying it's the second, Wendy. She's saying it's the second weekend, Evan. So what's the matter with you, boy? No. And I didn't even look, Laurie. So thanks for calling that out because now he can really go, right? A lot of times, though, in the past, to be fair to Evan, a lot of times in the past, the Disneyana fan club has scheduled it for the same time the barn is doing their thing. And it can be a conflict. So I'm glad to hear that they actually did the second week in May so you guys can enjoy both, because you really should be able to. Yeah, find out who their guest is too. A lot of time they got some great guests. You saw an Imagineer in that line. Indeed you did. See, what am I telling you? Lots of people. We're there a lot. We're all there, Myrna. I would have been in line except for I came early and visited with her before they opened the gates. See, that's a true go-getting Imagineer. Yeah. Wow, I met her once while I was there, and she introduced me to Margaret. Too funny. Exactly. Yep. There you go. There you go, guys. It's the second weekend, but the third Sunday, Evan says. There you go. There you go. Evan's saying, wait a minute. I'm not losing my mind. And this is what Disneyana, for some reason, I've been at the Disneyana show and sale for years. I go and love to celebrate them, love to support them, and love for you to go if you're someone who's looking for that choice piece of merchandise you can't find, or just some real good Disney dialogue. This club is fantastic for it. And they don't ask a lot. Forgive me. Let me check the ding and make sure it's not. Okay, good. I have a shopper. I do. No, I mean, it's my cousin who shopped for me all during the pandemic and just for now, just wants to shop so he can talk to me. Isn't that nice of him to do that? Yeah, in my schedule, that's really nice. So Evan, there you go. There you go. You're both right, obviously. There you go. Amazing, you two. Morgan Manji says, I started chatting with Christine once when I was there. I was too shy to go up to Margaret, who was also there, and she walked me up to her and made the introduction. They were both so nice. Yeah, you don't want to put your concerns on them. Disney people, for the most part, the Imagineers especially, there's a couple, but that aren't necessarily the most outgoing and friendly, but they're rare. They're very rare, and they could be just having a bad day. So give them a little tolerance, be gentle and kind. And at the barn, everybody is upbeat, happy, and thrilled. I mean, there's just tons of people that show up at certain times. You know, there's a celebratory carolette event that a lot of Imagineers go to. I'll have to ask exactly when that is, because I like to try and be around for that as well. I have a feeling it's in October, and a lot of times, because I'm a pumpkin sculptor, I have a conflict. But the barn is amazing. As you're hearing from everybody here, the barn is amazing. So if it was a secret to you, put it on your calendar, paper or phone, and alert yourself so you can go. Ginger and the pic with Ernie Gunny. What a great moment. Yes, they both burst into tears. And that's saying something. He hugged her and said, Ginger, I have missed you. I have been worried about you. I am so touched that it's a tight group, those security guards I'm seeing. And especially ones who have served in the military, they have a bond. And Ernie was he represented veterans at the park, and he was really good at it. And he is still good at it. So the fact that many of us don't get to see him because he was let go just a few days before his 30th anniversary with the park is got people upset. Yeah, people are not happy. People are speaking out. And but the reason I'm holding back a little bit, we may be doing it on the Ask Me Anything this Friday, is because some of the security guards reached out to me and said, we want to share with you, because I sent many security guards the Ernie Gurney. Anyway, Gunny, the Gunny picture out to them, because he's someone they absolutely love. And so I said, guess who I ran into? Happy Easter is the picture that you saw of him standing there looking so majestic and wonderful. But Ginger stepping before him was more than he could bear. And he choked up a little bit. It was a great thing to see, that bond that many of you cast members have at Disneyland, despite some of the things that have been happening to you lately. Yeah. Yeah. So let me understand this. Did Disney Fire Gunny right before he was due to retire and earn his pension. Is that another reason to despise Bob Chapek? Not sure of the details, Joe, but yes, something like that. Now, I don't know if he was planning on retiring. That's the question. But Gunny said he's planning on talking about it a little bit. But on that day yesterday, he was just happy to be there and wanted to look on the bright side. But he was very hurt, as you would be. You know, you've heard of corporations like you're working for them and then the next day your key card doesn't work. Nobody's spoken to you. Nobody said anything and your key card doesn't work. That wasn't Gunny, but that has happened at Disney often. And it's a hard thing to bear when you've been there so many years. And there are stories I could tell you, but I won't right now, that are tough, that are really, really, it's really tough. It's a tough thing. So, so Bob Chapek needs to get back on board and get him back at Disneyland. That's what he wants more than anything, is his position to be restored, because he was doing a lot of good there. You know, my father says if he had a nickel for every time people handled the American flag incorrectly, he'd be a rich man. And we need to understand that if some of us aren't offended by the way people handle the flag improperly, there are others out there who are. So let's be about everybody. Let's encompass everybody. And that's what, you know, Ernie Gunny did. He handled the flag with respect and showed you how to fold it. And how, you know, we got to respect our country. And one way of doing it is respecting how we handle the American flag, isn't it? So that's what he did. That's what he does. And to see it at the barn was magical. And thank you to those who sent pictures to me, because I didn't get to see it live. I was with family, but I got to meet him and talk to him, and it was just joyful. Yeah, it was a God moment for me. Yeah, because I walked out at just the right time. And Ginger, bless her heart, she was going to leave until she saw Gunny. And then she walked right back in with him and spent the day with him. How fun is that? Her old friend, her dear friend that she hadn't seen in a while. It was a beautiful, magical moment. Easter, a magic day. It was wonderful at Walt's Barn. Thank you for sharing the picture of Gunny and Ginger, says Diane. I did witness the flag ceremony at Disneyland several times. Met Ginger at Friends of the Mouse Club, and we discovered that we grew up across Harbor Boulevard and Garden Grove from each other. I went to Catholic school from second grade through high school, so we never met as kids. Wow, Diane, did the world shrink? Don't you love world shrinking moments? Wow, that's a great story. Thank you for sharing it with me. That's an incredible story. And yeah, Ginger, man, you know, she was always, anything you need, Terry, I work for Disney. If you want to pop over there, blah, 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 check out Company D, just say the word. She was always so lovely. And I haven't got to see her in such a long time that I'm so excited to have the opportunity. And I have another dear friend who's working there now, Laura O'Lacey. And I reached out to Laura because Laura was very close to Ernie, and I sent her the picture too. Happy Easter! Look who I ran into, and she, you know, a lot of cast members are upset. Yeah, she sent me like that emoji that's all red and angry when she talked a little bit about him not being there, and then that little happy face that's not so happy, going. She sent me that one. Sometimes words cannot express what an emoji can, I guess. There you go. You share about Gunny brought a tear to my eye. It's tears to everybody. Ginger having the honor. Ginger was so excited to officially introduce me to him. And that was such a magical moment. And why did I leave at that exact time? Okay. You can see that I can talk. So I promised my husband I'd set an alarm at a little before 12, okay? Because we needed to be at our family at 2. Not a far drive, but you know me when I get to talking. If you've noticed here, I have no problem with that. I have no fear of cameras. I've been in front of the camera since I was 6 years old. So no problem there. I actually love entertaining. But alarm went off at 20 to 12. I probably chatted, oddly enough, until about 1:05. And then I looked at my watch and said to Ginger and everyone there, I gotta go. My husband was sweet enough to say I could go. I don't want to make us late. So let me get a going. Okay. And actually, I think it was 22:11. And so it was about 12:10 that I actually headed out. And Ginger said, I think I'll go too. It was great. And then we walked out, and there he was, walking towards us in his full dress Marine uniform. And I was married to a Marine. So I get a tingle every time I see Marines. They are just, I have several very, very dear friends in the Marine Corps. And so I have a special place in my heart for veterans and a very special place in my heart for the Marine Corps. So here he walked, and I love the Marine dress uniform. It's just men look so good in it. And women look so good in it. It's just it's like a designer made that because they look great in it. Just my opinion, okay? In my opinion. But anyway, here he came walking, and Ginger almost couldn't walk because she knew, it was Ernie. And I didn't until I got closer, and she introduced me, and he was lovely. He was lovely, just lovely. It's something that's very special to me and will always be. Because I've heard the cast members many tell me, he needs to be back. He needs to be back. It's a big campaign, guys. So it was nice to meet this wonderful man who could be my grandpa, actually, or related to my father. So there's so many levels that he was special. But yeah, he's a rock star. There are a few hidden Mickeys at the barn. Yes, there are. And I'm not going to share them. You got to find them. Yeah, let the docents there help you. I will have to look for them next time I go, says Lori. Yes, you will. Thanks for clarifying. There you go. That would be great because I can't always hop on. Oh, of course. Yes, of course. Yes. Bob Berdine says, Terry's Tribe is some of the best money I've spent and one of the most supportive members I know. It's a great place. $5 a month, $60 a year. Just skip at Starbucks because it's not $5 a week. It's $5 a month. And if you're eating if you're one of those Starbucks people who has one every day, I advise you to plan ahead. You will get some good, an infusion of electricity. If you think I'm electric here, you should see me on there. And you'll have a great time. And it's personal. It's just there for you. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, Bob. I like it on paper too. Yes, the calendar, it's just got to be on paper. Yeah. A journal. Then I write little thoughts and notes and ideas and what I'm going to create. And I was raised with paper. Okay, I'm almost 65. So paper is my jam. And I love it. I love paper. I've got it everywhere. Journals are my favorite as well. So yeah, I love a journal. I have a gratitude journal. I have what are art projects would I like to do journal? My bucket list journal? Just kind of things that I talk about and get them out on paper so that they can, so that God hears you, and who knows, might just happen. You don't know where it's going to come from, how it's going to happen, but if you keep it out in the open, things will connect, things will align, and you just don't know. You might just get what you're wishing for. Yep. Martino's tea cakes are the best. Yes, they are, Evelyn. And Walt thought so too. Walt Disney thought so too. Do you think Bob Jacob will be replaced? I'd like to see that happen. Okay. Or I'd like to see the man get a clue. So let me ask you, which do you think is going to happen first? Is he going to get a clue soon and realize this is not the way you run a company, especially Disney? I don't know. I keep praying, my dear. Not liking where they are going. I know, right? Me neither. It's painful. And the merchandise is not great. So I had this amazing conversation at the barn with some people in the know about the cruise ships and about how I think there should be heirloom quality art. And that's when Rick Law said to me that there's a couple people that are in his circles, that are talking about the same thing. Need to get more artists up and on touring so you can meet people like me in person. And get inspired to know that you too can do what you love, whatever that is. Why? Because you're human and you deserve it. No, seriously, that's why. Okay, you're not a goose. You don't have to fly south for the winter, as my dear friend Jim Rohn used to say. God rest his soul, because he's amazing. He's probably up there counseling the people in heaven because he's brilliant. But he was the best speaker in the world at the time, and I think he still is. right up there with some of the greats loved him, like Zig Ziglar, et cetera, et cetera. But the point is that, yeah, yeah. The point is that it's time. It's time to realize that you got to do something nice for others, and you can't be treating the park this way. This is the wrong attitude that they have. And I don't think it's working. And heirloom quality art, as I said, is something. I'm happy to hear. I was happy to hear from Rick that they might be considered doing that, and that he's going to throw my name in the hat, which is really sweet. I tell you, the guy has got a heart of gold. So I'm very grateful. I deserve it. Don't trust me. I deserve it. But it's nice that someone sees that in me besides me, you know. And I don't sound quite so. Yeah. Anyway. Google Boudins. I found a lot of them in Southern California. Yeah? Awesome. I will do that. If there's one next door, I'm in trouble. Diane. I will be in trouble. Will the barn be open May 15th, same day as the Disneyland show and sale? Yes, Michael. I can tell you yes right now, because they don't miss a day. Now that they're back, they're excited to be back. So they will be open that day. So you can kind of do a double dip, right? You can go see the barn, come back to the sale, go to the sale, go to the barn. Up to you how you do it. They are 11 to 3 on that Sunday. And the show and sale is 9 to 5, as I recall, 9 to 5. Maybe it's 9:30 to 5. They might have an early bird for people who are members of the Disneyana Club. So don't quote me, but you can go to the website and their Facebook page and they'll tell you everything. Was the carousel operating? I don't remember. I was not near it, but I think it was because it was packed. Okay. I went there early, so it was not difficult for me to find parking. It wasn't difficult for me to drive. It was nothing. But man, when I left around a little afternoon time, around 12:30-ish, it was packed. And when I got on the freeway, the off-ramps to go both places, Victory and the other one, was packed because it's a beautiful day. People were going to the park. Maybe some people were going to the zoo. Maybe some people were going to the Autry Museum. Some of them might have been to ride the carousel. Griffith Park was jumping. The joint was jumping yesterday, Easter. Yeah, a way to celebrate getting out and about on a beautiful day. It wasn't too hot. It wasn't too cold. It was just about 70 degrees. Warmer for me, but at the barn, it was probably about 68. Yeah! So I loved it. Not enough respect for our vets in this country. Very sad. Well, here's the thing. People like Ernie and my father. Yep. There's a lot if you take it on, and it's amazing. Whenever I take my dad to the VA, honestly, Angie, I love it because their stories are fantastic. Paper Jam. Yep. Paper Jam. Very good, Joe. You're on it. Customer service is way down. Yeah, it's a heartbreaker, Evelyn. It's a heartbreaker. And that's why I want to make sure customer service on my end is good, right? And the barn does the same. They're a great group of people who are nothing but sweet, kind, and outgoing. So if you're having a bad day, it's a great place to go because they're good people. Everyone just so sweet. You start to see that you get together with like-minded people who love things like Disney, and your heart just lifts up. It just lifts up. Yeah. It's wonderful. Bean counters never win. Some bean counters do. But if you make it all about the beans and the counting of the beans and not about the experience of which the beans were made, then you're missing out. Yeah, and that's the thing about Bob Chapek is that he feels like, and I hate to insult Scrooge McDuck, but he feels like Scrooge McDuck. And the sad thing about it is our stock isn't doing well. So there's no stats to prove what he's doing is a good thing. Even if you're a numbers person, you talk to many numbers people who are all about the dollar and they say, well, the stats speak for themselves. Well, they do. Our stock is not doing well. You don't make money by stepping on the backs and the breaking of hearts. Well, I guess you do, but we'd like to think Disney doesn't. Yeah. We don't want Disney to do that. We want Disney to be about the experience. We've learned so much about the celebration, about, people who are loving the park and want the park to have that great charisma and honor. And Ernie did that. That's a ceremony not to be missed when he was there. It was on your agenda to go see and do. And also, if you were a cast member on a break, you would make sure you'd go. He was that compelling. And what's sweet about it is I didn't hear it from him. I heard it from everybody else. I heard it from everybody else. People I knew, people I didn't know, everybody else. And he just smiled and said, I did everything to make that special for everyone. And he's you look into his history. He's like Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Mickey and Minnie, whenever they're on a cruise, they go out into the places, destinations in which we land, and they are very philanthropistic. They go and they visit orphanages, hospitals, children of all ages in places where they know they don't get the chance to maybe see or visit Mickey Mouse, and it just lifts their spirit. So he's just like that. He's like, I'm looking at Walt, what he did. I'm looking at Mickey and Minnie and honoring what they did, and I'm going to do the same. And that's the way you do it when you're a cast member. And there's so many of you that are cast members that do just that. So of course you're going to be sad when someone is let go in cast members' opinions and many opinions that I heard at the barn yesterday. Not done well and not done right. Okay, is what I heard. And I didn't necessarily hear it from Ernie. I heard it from everybody else. Maybe there could be a Disney you are good, Joe. Ending with Bob Chapek being No. I'm not going to say that. The thing about someone who appears that they're like a villain, and Bob Chapek, honestly, has been viewed that way, is that they think they're doing right. They don't realize that they're doing bad, even though letters and letters and letters, they are confused. Bob is confused. He thinks he's doing right for the company. He's got people patting him on the back, telling he's doing a good job, but they're the wrong people. So no, I don't feel personally that he should have anything done to him. He just needs to be informed. That's the crime here. If there's a crime here, I'm learning about people in Disney positions who don't know anything about the park. I mean, zero. You say Haunted Mansion, and they go, what's the Haunted Mansion? They don't know anything. They didn't study. And what we really need to do is make sure people like Bob study, understand what the park means to people. And you don't do that by talking to other executives. You do that by talking to you guys. People say I'm an amazing artist, that some of the things I create are phenomenal. But I'm going to tell you another secret, bonus secret for those of you who are still here. I ask you. That's what makes me so supercalifragilistic as a sculptor. I ask you. And it's so simple. What would you like to see? How would you like them to look? I can't know every character. I can't feel wonderful about every character. But if I ask you, I can talk to the right people, you guys, and my stuff is successful when it sells. It's successful when it sells because I ask you. It's not so hard. So, Bob, here's a tip, another secret you might know. Ask Disney enthusiasts what they need to have happen at, guess where? Walt Disney World and Disneyland. Don't take it upon yourself to know everything. You can't, my friend. You can't. But it's a way to learn. An ocean of people who are willing to give you some education and let you know what is important to them. And then focus on that, and our stock will go up as a result. Because what is it? What is it? Teamwork. What is the statement? Rises all boats. Supporting each other. I don't know the statement, but it's not fighting. It's getting together and working together, and it lifts all boats. Can't remember the quote, but I know you'll know it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I feel about this, Joe. I don't want to do this. This foot to me is extreme. So no, not interested at all. But I am interested in educating the man because I don't think he's educated as far as Disney's concerned. I don't know. Maybe he came from Nike. I don't know. I know that he was recommended by Bob Iger, but I think Iger is regretting that, isn't he? Because he thought he studied, right? So there you go. The Theatre Museum is in Griffith Park. Yeah, right across from the zoo. Another secret! I'm full of secrets that are allowed to be shared. Yes, I am. There you go. Pronounce coup d'etat. Thank you. Coup d'etat. No coup d'etat. Just educate. Educate that coup or ta. That's what I feel. That's what I feel. Can you cancel him? I'd love to. I'd love to. A couple of my friends in the tribe have said they actually met him and they couldn't believe how clueless he was on certain things. And that's unacceptable. You know, if you're going to be a CEO, you need to study. Me as an Imagineer, I came in, truth be told, it was a job. And then I was invited by the Disney and a Fan Club, one of the, because they have international, which is the one honor me. And then there's little clubs in like several states. Florida has some, California has some, Washington State has some, Oregon has some. They're everywhere. Okay. They come together for their big event, if possible. And the first time they invited me to a little club to speak on myself as an Imagineer. I had never actually spoke in front of a little club before. I didn't know the little clubs existed, and talked with them, I stood up and spoke with them, but I also had conversations with them afterwards because I wanted to learn more about Disney. And Doug Marsh, who you saw in the pictures that I showed you, and I'm going to show you him again, he was very, very instrumental in walking me through Disneyland and telling me some history about Disneyland. And that's the way I like to learn it. I like to learn it from you guys. He's shared a lot of history, Disney history, because he likes to collect the paper, the programs and things. He doesn't do it much now, but he used to. When we get up into certain years, we start to say, okay, I got enough, you know, I'm only going to do a few choice items. But anyway, he and many of you would share certain facts about Walt. And it's so much more interesting to learn it from people than it is from books. I like learning it from books. I love books. I have a lot of books. But what's really fun is to sit down with Bob Gurr, who designed the Autopia cars and the monorail and what all else mechanical in Disneyland back then, to the right hand of Walt. Sit down with him and have him just tell you stories about stuff. You know, did you remember the Disney movie with Mary Poppins, about Mary Poppins and that whole situation? Well, I went to see this movie on Disney property at the Walt Disney Company in that theater. And Bob Gurr was there. And afterwards, what they did is they took us to a nice English tea in the cafeteria there. And I sat with Bob, my husband and I sat with Bob, and we had tea together and ate little cakes. They weren't Martinos, but they were delicious. And he told us the real story about that whole incident because Bob was there. That's the most fun of everything, is to hear from people, from them. Okay, because you get the heart of it. Sometimes a book can share the facts, but maybe not the heart. Now, Bob Gurr's book, the one book that he published, the one that's the hardback that costs like $500 to $700 if you can find it to get it, has some great heartfelt stories in it. But it's great to hear it from the person. So Bob Chapek has an opportunity that he should be exercising as CEO. He just has to get with a few Imagineers, hear what they have to say, get with a few people, hear what they have to say. And if they're angry, step back and say, I'm here to learn. So a little tolerance. I'm here. Talk to me. And try to remain calm while you talk to me, because I realize things aren't going the way I thought they were going. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Yeah. Yeah. Would be amazing if I led Disney. Yeah, the problem with that, the good news is I'd like to do it by committee. Yeah, because me and numbers, you got to have a good person that's going to make sure the stock goes up money wise. Because I'm not about money, but I'm with you, Audrey. I think having a creative person in there helps you stay balanced, helps it stay balanced, because that's what Walt and Roy were, weren't they? Walt Disney and his brother Roy Disney. Roy Disney was the numbers guy. Walt was the man of imagination, the creator. They balanced each other out. They were the yin and yang. That's what you need for a good park, for good anything, really. Is someone who's about the numbers. Ooh, that could work. Someone who's all about the numbers. That could work too. Ooh, put those out there. Not that I'm getting distracted. I just had an idea. Getting the numbers, getting the whole thing figured out, and wowzer. Yeah. I mean, you got to have balance. And right now we're imbalanced, and we're all feeling like all they want is the cash out of us without giving us, they taking the cream off the top of the milk and expecting us to pay for both. And we want those little special things. Now, the cast members are doing their best to still bring the magic to you, even in spite of some of the things Chapek has been doing to them. And it's amazing to hear the stories. I heard a great story from a lady who was asked to help the security that have the animals that sniff for bad stuff. And they asked if they would participate in a training for those animals. How fun is that? And they pulled them out of line and they kind of instructed them on what to do. And then they tested the dogs. How cool. See? And then other cast members like my friend Adam, who is a photographer, and he makes sure you're comfortable and laughing. And so he can make sure he gets the best quality pictures he possibly can from you. And that's exciting to hear that that's happening. Oh my goodness, there's some great ideas here. So the cast members are always, I ask people when I meet them, like this dinner that's happening on May 14th, I ask, what made you a cast member? If I meet a cast member, what was the one thing that made you say, I want to be a cast member at Disney? And there's a plethora of answers, but a lot of times it's another cast member being kind to them when they were little or younger that made them want to be just like that person. So just because Chapek is screwing stuff up, cast members aren't having it. They're telling them when something is wrong, and they're doing as much as they can to make the experience special for you. Because that's what cast members are about, aren't they? Yeah. Can't be the money. Catherine Taylor says, can you apply for his job? Thank you. You're so sweet. Write him a letter. Maybe I can be maybe we can do it together and I can be the creative part. But what a battle it would be, I'll tell you. Terry Hardin Jackson for Disney CEO. Let's make it happen, Joe. I love you. You guys are sweet. Thank you. How kind. Bob Chapek was looking at making money for the company. He didn't look at the long game. Universal Studios is right on the company's heels as far as crowds. They are, because guess what happened? See, in the day of Walt Disney, yes, there were, and I know some of you will say these things, so let me just stop you before you start. It wasn't a bed of roses to work for Walt when he was alive. He was very, very focused and a bit of a taskmaster with his people, but they loved him because they knew his vision was what he was seeing. And there was a time animators went on strike. If you've been to the Disney Museum, you can see it all. You can hear it all. You can see what's going on. But the one thing he did do for a lot of his key people like Herbie Ryman and John Hench, Bob Gurr, people like that, is to make their environment so lovely that when people like Universal or other parks came, they said, no, we're not interested. We're happy here. They would absolutely say no. Herbie Ryman said he was offered houses and offered cars and offered, kind of sounded like a Tupperware thing. But he said, no, I'm good. I'm good here. I'm good here. Because Walt was his friend and colleague as well as his employer. And but then things shifted, didn't they? And after Walt was passed, other people came in and didn't quite understand the magic, the balance. And so they fired Imagineers, and people like Universal Studios was right there to catch them. And that's why Universal is coming in so quickly, so fast. Knott's Berry Farm as well, because they've got some Imagineers they caught and said, can you help us make our parks more like the experience Disney once had? And that's why people are going to Knott's. Not all of you love it. It's not Disneyland. No, it's not. But it has some things there that are helping you, ex-Disney people, for one, that are there performing and creating, and you can kind of make it yours there. And Universal, the same thing. Yeah. Yeah. So that's why these parks are coming up. They used to never win the awards. And then people got in there who didn't understand how to keep the magic in one place. And doesn't your heart break when you get to the bottom of a cup of tea? I have a pot over here, a pot of hot water if I need another cup of tea, but I don't know, something melancholy of hitting the bottom of a cup of tea. Well, dang, with Walt's Barn and the Autry Museum both at Griffith Park, I need to put in my must visit list the next time you're in LA. Yeah. Yeah. And we have a fabulous zoo too. We have a great zoo. We have Travel Town here in Griffith Park, which is fun. You walk on all these giant trains of various things. And you might even have the live steamers running when you get down here. Right now they're running, but they're not having it open to the public yet because they aren't sure how to protect from the pandemic. So they figure the best way is to stay closed. This is the latest I've heard from them. And they are a lot of older people. So they got to protect you and yours. And you know how you ride those steamers. You're kind of stacked. You're kind of, stacked into each other like cordwood. So they just said, nah, I don't think that's a good idea. Let's figure something out. So they're working on it. Yeah. And yes, Joe, you are correct. Susan Horkey says, I was in a little club chapter in Sacramento where you spoke at our meeting in a hospital staff room. Absolutely. And I brought my father. And my father still talks about that, Susan. Still does. You can come back again. I think, but I've moved near DLR and saw you much more often. Exactly. But I'm working on making it so that you guys can see. And the next thing is to make sure I post this on my website. I don't tend to think about my website as much as some people say I should. Lots to think about, but I'll start to have the events listed as soon as I get them so you guys can go through a calendar. But I'm not there yet. Yeah, these kind of tasks are the ones that I really should, ask somebody to help me with, actually. And I have a lady who could. You just haven't gotten there yet. No. John, I'll sign the petition for TERRI CEO. Let's do this. Thank you, Angie. I love you. You're adorable. And the carousel Wait took the girls to is also, he took the girls to, Walt took the girls to. So let me say that again, Susan. And the carousel Walt took the girls to is hopefully still there. Yes, it is. Felipe, the original nearby, and Alvera Street. Taquitos. Hashtag ice chest. Yes. Alvera Street's still there. Chinatown is still there. Chinatown is awesome. You can go to the Disney Concert Hall. You can see that, which is not far. There's a lot in Southern California that Disney has dipped toes into. You can go see Walt Disney Pictures. You can't, Walt Disney Studios. You can't get in, but that's where the dwarfs are holding up the building. So you got to check that out. You can come in. You come in from. You can come in from Buena Vista Street off the freeway and turn the corner to the right and then flip a U and come back and you can see the dwarves up at the top. But you can also see the fence with the little Mickeys on top surrounding the entire studio complex. You can see the animation building. Guys, there's lots of cool stuff to see. Not to mention that Warner Brothers has their studios there. Fun to see. Universal has theirs. You can see the Hogwarts Castle from the freeway. Yay! Lots of cool stuff. Yeah. We're a rocking town over here, and lots to see. But the barn was a secret that I think you all needed to know about if you didn't know about it, and if you did, then maybe you haven't gone in a while. They're up and running. They're doing well, and I highly encourage you to go see them. And if you want, you can volunteer, but you can get a cool T-shirt that talks all about, it has Walt's Barn on the front. You can buy the t-shirt. Proceeds go to help keep them open. We want to keep those little, intimate places like that running. So you want to do something special. So they're a great group. They're a really great group. And after talking with them and seeing them, I got to put them on my charity list. I have a specific charity list. Because honestly, if you try to give money to every charity that you love, you can get broke. So it's nice to earmark a few charities that you go. One of mine is Guide Dogs for the Blind. Yeah, I'm a big supporter of Guide Dogs for the Blind because I just think I went and saw them and they were cool. And then for a while I was doing the one that saves wild animals, because Hollywood people get something in their head that they're gonna have a real puma or a real mountain lion raise a real bear, and the next thing you know, the poor animal is a big creature and they are it's a wild animal. Now what? Or they've declawed them and they defanged them, and so Shambhala, Tippi Hedren's place, was a wonderful charity. It's still there, and I give to that. And then there was the Wildlife Way Station, which unfortunately had to close. Yeah, the pandemic made it very difficult for them to function, so they had to close. And I think a lot of their animals went to places like Shambhala, stuff like that. But there's a lot of places like that. But you pick your charities, and one of them maybe should be the Carolwood Foundation, Walt's Barn. Yeah. Gotta add Felipe's to that list, but I've been to Cielito Lindo. I better not tilt like this with bifocals. On Olvera Street, and they really do have the best taquitos. Yeah, Olvera Street is beautiful. And the time to go see them is Dia de los Muertos, because they really rock it there. They still do to this day. Dia de los Muertos is amazing there. Yeah, I used to perform there for Dia de los Muertos. Yeah, I know. I was everywhere. I'm sorry, I was. Opportunity, the door opened, I went through it. Yeah, no apologies. Don't forget about the Academy Museum. Absolutely. Right now, they're doing a Miyazaki presentation, and if you love Miyazaki, it's going on till June 5th. So you can go there, and right next door to it is LACMA, the LA County Museum of Art, where my art piece for Guillermo del Toro lived when Guillermo was doing his show there. So it's got some great stuff. I'm telling you. The Walk of Fame, Chinese Theater, which is the man's Chinese theater, I think. I still call it the Groman's Chinese Theater because that's the way I was raised. But there's lots of cool stuff there too. Yeah. And if you come up to Martino's and you go down Magnolia Boulevard, there's a place called It's a Wrap that has clothing from a lot of TV shows that you like that you can purchase. Yeah. Simple, Yeah, I had some friends from London come and buy from their favorite shows that they watched on TV. They have shirts from there and stuff. Yeah. You can see the Flintstones. They have some props from the Flintstones, the 2 movies I did. Yeah, they have it inside that It's a Wrap store. So it's cool. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff to see and do. Leo, definitely going to the Academy Museum next time you're out there. You're going to love it. You are going to love it. And make sure you go to the 5th floor, as my friend Josie says, and check out that dome. That is just plain weird. I saw Mark Silverman, and I had a picture of me and Mark, and I didn't pop it in here, but Mark Silverman, the voice of Tower of Terror, he was at the barn. And I told him he'd have a great time being in that dome because it answers back to you when you talk. You go, hello, and then there's like a pause. Hello. It's not like an echo. It's really cool. I don't know how it works, but I love it. Absolutely love that. So absolutely. Hello, Michael. How are you? Good day, everyone. Off I go to the office for the last day of income tax season, and I hope you get some rest after that, Michael. I have several questions for you, Michael. I didn't make the contest this year for the cachet thing, but I got a couple questions, but I didn't want to bother you. This is peak season for you. If you're tax people and he's another numbers artist. So numbers are his palette, and he just really makes them sing. So Michael Luzzi is really, really good at it. Yep. Cinerama Dome. Yeah, you can go there. Amoeba Records. You can go there. The Amoeba Records is like no other as the Amoeba Records in Hollywood. Very cool. Hollywood Boulevard, always fun. Yep. You should have Guillermo del Toro here on your live show one of these days. Oh, there's so many things I'd love to connect with Guillermo del Toro with, but you want to say I'm busy. He's very busy. So I've been reaching out to him and he hasn't even been able to answer my emails. He's been that busy. So I just keep writing him, especially since there's a couple of things I think he would want and I want to make sure he doesn't miss out. So I keep sending, but yeah, it'd be great to have him on. Yeah. Yeah. Hope they get a few costumes from the golden age at the you just got to ask them. I have a cork suit I should show you guys that I got from a Disney movie that no one can name. And maybe that's a cool giveaway, is if you can name this movie, you can get this item that I come up with, because I don't know. No, they couldn't tell me, and it's a wrap, but I loved it because it's a cork suit. The whole suit is made out of cork. Yeah, and it's great. It's a cool suit. I wear it only when it's really cool because it's warm. Cork keeps you very warm. But it's a stunning suit, man. I wear it and look, really good. Might be the thing I wear to the presentation for the Disneyana Award if it's cooler because it's a warm suit. One more little spot to check out if you're here in Southern California is Forest Lawn. She's absolutely correct. There's a perfect little corner garden at the top of the hill with a little gate. Inside, you'll find a small statue of the Little Mermaid. Secret! Look behind the bushes and you'll see Walt's memorial plaque. It's a beautiful place to sit and just remember Walt. Isn't that lovely? Now, there's a nice secret. Now, you YouTuber TikTokers, don't inundate. Okay, Forest Lawn is a place to respect the dead and respect people who love and go visit their loved ones there. So please, if you're going to do it with discretion and dignity. All right? Okay? Or you're going to spoil it for everyone else. Don't do that. Okay? Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Forest Lawn has got some great people that you can see there. Victor Borgelin, the man who did the amazing and incredible Mount Rushmore, has a beautiful gravesite there. So there's the Hollywood Cemetery. Speaking of a great cemetery, where you can see where great people like Mary Pickford and what's his name? Anyway, Silent Stars, Charlie Chaplin, stuff like that are there. You can see that too. So you're absolutely right, Michelle Donnell. What a great thing to do. Oh man, cork suit sounds kind of interesting. It is. And it was from a Disney film. They told me they knew it was from a Disney film. It had the Disney tag, but Disney doesn't necessarily tell you when they donate to It's a Wrap what film it's from. And the key to the suit was you had to fit it. And I did. So I bought it and it was a great price and I love it. And I only wear it on occasion because it's very, very toasty. It's a toasty little suit. And I live in California. If I lived in Maine, I could wear it all the time. Yeah. All right, everyone. We've had a great time. We are just under 2 hours, and it's probably more than I should have gone, but I love speaking with you. And as long as you do the comments, I chat with you as best I can. It is Monday, however, and I do have a lot to do. I have to get ready for several things that are happening. And but please consider joining the tribe, patreon.com/Terri Hardin. I often talk about how you, if you're an artist, can make a living doing what you do and how to get started. But if you're an artist who works in numbers as your palette, you clean or whatever, there's lots of people in this community that support you on your endeavor, no matter which way you want to go. And that helps if you've got backup. And they are great backup. Patreon.com/Terri Hardin. Do something nice for someone else. It'll make you feel a whole lot better. If you're feeling down, it can be as simple as making a call to someone who hasn't heard your lovely voice in a very long time. And I'm going to lead from the front and do that. Call a friend of mine I haven't spoken to since before the pandemic. I'm going to call her as soon as I'm off of here and see how she's doing. And it's not to make her day feel better, but to make our day feel better. So Angie, if you're feeling down, I suggest call someone who can make you feel better just because they're a friend you haven't reached out to in a while. Man, I can think of a couple of those. So be well, and I'll see you Friday, okay? And we'll do a wonderful Ask Me Anything, okay? All righty. Bye, Stephen. Bye, Joe. How kind of you to say goodnight. Susan, you're adorable. Have a great day, you two. You too, Diane. You see, you're here on the StreamYard page, so I don't know what's going on. It's crazy, right? Love you. Have a fine day. You too. You too, Catherine. Love you too. And what does Evelyn have to say? Love you, and I love you too. Guys, be well. I'll see you Friday. May do a post in between. I'm trying to get on that posting stage that's not live, but everything is a challenge. So you have a good rest of your day too, Audrey. Enjoy school and class. And we're doing a Monday night Zoom, and you get to be a part of it. So I know that you've got school, but I will email you through the tribe and talk to you about that nighttime Zoom. Okay. All righty. Love you too, sweetie. Love you, Angie. Be strong, be cool, be well. See you next time, guys.